That'll need a pickaxe. I've killed that worm. You don't need to worry about it.
One less worm is no bad thing. Here, have 30 gold for your trouble. Hey, if you're going to the camp, can you take this raw meat with you? They always need food there. Just give it to Rachel, the cook. I'm gonna stay here, see if I can spot my next challenge.
Can you teach me about hunting?
To be honest, I'm not a very good teacher. I just sort of have an instinct for it. Lewis is your man. He taught me. Ask him.
Lewis? Right. Too risky.
I'm sure you have plenty to do.
Hey.
Hey.
Too risky. Any trouble today?
No.
Expecting any?
No.
Must be fun being a guard.
Not really.
What exactly do you guard in a swamp?
Flies. The smell. The dawn.
The dawn.
Back there in that temple. But my post is here. In the swamp.
Sounds like an important job. What is there round here that people need guarding from?
You must have seen them.
Seen what?
Those things.
Things?
The things from the ruins.
There are ruins everywhere.
The ones that came up from the ground. The ground is warped or something.
That's where these things are.
Yeah. They're all over that excavation site in the middle of the swamp.
And?
They make me nervous.
Why?
They're disgusting.
Uh-huh. You ever have any problems with the locals?
Locals. They give you any trouble, you just smack them around.
Or you could try talking to them. Who's in charge here?
The Don.
Who?
The Don.
Right. You don't talk much.
What do I want to talk for? I don't know you.
Where is the Don?
In the temple.
Is he religious?
Ha!
So what does he do in there?
Avoids being out here.
Getting anything out of you is like pulling teeth.
That's why I make such a good guard.
All right, let's try this question. Tell me more about these things. The ones in the excavation site.
They're disgusting. Big insect things. I wish someone would get rid of them.
I can. You must have picked up some skills to be a guard.
I know how to fight, and I can handle a crossbow.
Can you train me?
To fire a crossbow? All right. But it will cost you.
I'd need paying. Say 30 gold coins.
30? Yeah. It's worth that to get rid of those things. They're disgusting.
Keep my gold warm. I'll be back for it. Too risky.
What do you want?
Man like you has clearly seen some action.
Well, you know, I don't like to boast, but I've crushed a few heads. If you want to eat here, you have to work. You want a free ride? Try those white robes at the monastery. They'll give you a free ride all the way to their excavation camps. And keep your paws off other people's stuff while you're here, or you'll lose your paws.
I don't know. What do I want?
You were looking at me.
I'm new here. I'm just getting to know people.
If you don't know I'm the best fighter in the camp, then you ain't been here long enough for me to care.
Hey,
I've not seen you before. Who are you? A fresh-faced young man eager to experience the thrill of an outlaw's life?
maybe.
I can't think why else you'd be here. There are warm ale houses and welcoming brothels in the town. Food and indoctrination at the monastery.
Are you a woodcutter for the camp?
Just because I'm cutting wood doesn't mean I'm a woodcutter. Actually, I'm a hunter. My lads and I provide meat for the camp.
So you lead the hunters?
Normally, yeah, but as you can see, I've got vital woodcutting work to do. So right now, my hunters are running wild like free spirits. Or they think they are.
Shouldn't you get someone else to cut the wood?
I'd love to, believe me. But Brogar would nail me to a tree if I left this wood unsawn.
Brogar.
One of the Don's lieutenants, the leader of the fighters, a, shall we say, powerful, single-minded man.
And you're his personal woodcutter.
For my sins,
Why does he want you to do it?
I tangled with him, and now I have to pay. We live by Brogar's laws out here.
Brogar's laws, not the Don's.
The Don wants me to hunt, Brogar wants his fire stoked. You judge who's really in charge.
Why don't you stand up to Brogar?
Him and all his fighters, you mean?
So everyone's afraid of him.
You clearly haven't met him yet. Then you'd understand. He's over there. Go and introduce yourself. Then decide whether you'd stand up to him.
How can I become one of the Don's men?
Firstly, I'll need to tell you a couple of things. The Don's a powerful man. Well, he was. Since we've been in this swamp, he's hidden in that temple. Hasn't been out for weeks. His wife Rachel's been trying to run the camp. She's the one you need to impress if you want to meet the Don.
Rachel. Right.
Before you charge up to her, you need to be aware of...
Brogar.
You're learning.
Why can't I get to talk to the Don himself?
If you can't get Rachel on your side, maybe you could get past the guard at the temple. Maybe.
Sounds like it could be worth a try.
True, but it's a long shot. Rachel might be your best way in.
Can you teach me to hunt?
Sure you wouldn't rather chop wood?
I was thinking more of hunting.
Then you're talking to the right man.
Too risky.
I don't like faces I don't know well. And your face is too pretty. Slap some makeup on you and you could work the brothels.
You know I'm new here, then?
Shiny skin, gormless expression. You're not the first. It's the heap of gold in the temple. It sucks in idiots like flies to shit. But there's no one round here that wants to split their share of the Don's gold any further.
You're a fighter, right?
I took the advice my teacher gave me. Find something you like and make it your job.
What's the Don going to do with the gold? Invest in swampland?
We might be stuck here now, but we're not going to be here forever. Once those religious nutcases are gone, Harbour Town will be ours. Then you'll see.
What are the Inquisition doing in the town?
Pretty face. Shame you're thick as pig shit with it. They only need the town to give them a supply route. The real work happens in the monastery. Fuck knows what they do up there.
And you don't think it would be a good idea to find out?
You're the nosy fucker. Why don't you knock on the door and ask them? Let's see how many questions you've got after they work you to death in the temple ruins.
Live here, die there. You know, there's an ocean full of beautiful desert islands. Where did the Don get all his gold?
See that temple? We took it. And guess what? It was full of gold and artifacts and stuff. Now it's full of guards, an ogre, and surrounded by us. There are temples all over the island. Why don't you bugger off and find your own?
You just walk in and take the gold from the temple ruins.
Yeah, it's that simple. Go on, try it. Then you'll see the beasts that come charging out of those ruins. You have to deal with them before you get to the shiny stuff.
So you've cleared all those creatures out of the ruins?
Keen to see them, are you? All right. We'll go to a temple ruin nearby. You help me deal with the creatures there, then you can get your share of the gold.
What's the catch?
There's no catch. We clear the place and split the rewards.
How do we split the gold?
50-50.
You've got a deal.
Good. Follow me. Follow me. Keep behind me. Now, no one can see us here, so let's have ourselves a little chat.
What about?
I've met people like you, troublemakers.
Right. So we're not here for the temple.
You're getting the picture. It's just you and me, and you're gonna give me your gold.
Can we talk about this?
I don't want to talk. I want you gone. Permanently. Every scummy weasel that turns up here costs me a share of my gold.
Let's get this over. Draw your weapon.
See? I knew you were trouble. Time to fight! So, you're still here.
You made me feel so welcome.
You want to stay in this shithole? You're welcome to it.
You look relaxed.
The busy mosquito is swatted at dawn. The happy snail does nothing but yawn. We're in a swamp. What's there to make an effort for?
The Don just lets you relax.
Never see him. Beppo's always chasing us to hump crates round. All that effort for what? A pile of old crap. Hawkins is my boss, and if Hawkins doesn't care, Beppo can go screw himself. And Hawkins doesn't care about anything.
Right. Too risky.
I'm not listening.
Don wants this.
You look tired.
And you look ugly. Piss off.
What are you doing here?
I'm admiring the view. Great view. That's why we get all these tourists.
Ha! That and the friendly locals. Nice warm fire, this. Nice and safe.
Brogar sends you to get on my nerves.
I'm just making conversation.
And I'm just telling you to piss off.
Oi, watch nothing
Watch
new.
yourself.
Haven't you got nothing better to do?
Now, who could teach me to pick locks?
Keep your hands to yourself as long
Hey.
as you're lost, are you? Don't you worry about it. I'll take care of you.
Who are you?
Craig. And if you want a fortune in gold, I'm your man.
Your job is to distribute wealth.
Exactly. I arrange little wagers, you give me your gold, and you could double it.
What odds do you offer?
Ah, you're interested. Ha, listen up, I'll explain. You give me a sum in gold. If you win, I'll pay you back double.
And if I lose?
There are no losers, only future repeat gamblers. I'll just keep your gold warm until you want to try and win it back.
And can I be sure you'll pay out if I win?
Oh, you of little faith. I'm hurt. If I wasn't honest, do you think I'd last 2 minutes around here?
How do I place a bet?
Oh, nothing easier. We bet on anything here. Who'll be the next worker to get eaten by a swamp creature? The next winner in the arena? Anything. You can even bet on yourself. If you want to go into the arena.
People fight for gold.
Don't sound so surprised. People have fought for gold since time began. There's a small arena over in the west. That's where it happens. I bet you're worth a gamble. Tough-looking fella like you.
Is there somewhere round here I can train for combat?
I wouldn't normally do this, but I'll train you if you like. Always good to get the inside skinny, in case you go into the arena.
Which of the fighters here are the best?
Based on recent form, Ricardo's a loser. Lorenzo isn't too sharp either. Used to be all right. Faded a bit these days. I'd say Domingo is probably the best in camp.
Tell me more about the arena.
It's all friendly. Just a few bruises and broken limbs. It isn't to the death. It's where we train and test ourselves. Well, if you fancy a fight, just challenge one of our fighters. If he accepts, he'll go into the arena with you. The fight starts when both willing volunteers are in the arena with their weapons drawn. The first fighter to go down loses.
That's clear enough. I've decided to fight in the arena.
That's what I wanted to hear. Well done. Do yourself proud. Remember, once either man hits the ground, the fight's over. Carrying on when your opponent's on the dirt, that's not fair play, is it? You'll pay dearly if you break that rule.
Right. You'd be a good opponent. Why don't you fight me in the arena?
I should have seen that coming. Think about it. This is my domain. I even bet on myself. Well, you got spirit, but try someone easier.
I want to make a bet.
Fabulous. What do you want to gamble on?
I'll fight Ricardo and win.
Well, that's not too hard a prospect. Lousy odds, so your winnings won't be great.
I'm not a smith. I'm not a smith.
Oh.
Are you the local
What was
blacksmith?
that noise? Blacksmith? I look like I spend my days making fucking horseshoes. I'm a pewterer, a gilder, a worker of fine metal. And I'm not looking for an apprentice. Particularly one that doesn't know the difference between a metal worker and a smith.
Do I look like an apprentice?
You don't look like you've got the coin to be a customer. What you want?
Do Do you need help? I'm looking for work.
No one here looks for work. The only thing people here look for is gold. And you don't look like you're any different.
Do you work with gold?
Gold. Gold. Nothing but gold. You just see the money in it, don't you? Well, there's no point you thinking about getting wealthy here. Every crumb of gold out there belongs to the Don.
Everyone has to give their gold to the Don.
If you know what's healthy for you, once a month, you have to take the Don his share.
And how much is his share?
You see anyone round here looking wealthy?
Not unless mud is the local currency.
Well, you should see the gold he has in his temple. Hordes of it. Ha! I can see that look in your eye. Fancy a slice, do you? You'll end up in pieces with those thoughts in your head.
How do I get to see the Don?
What do you want to see the Don for? Try standing on a tree outside the temple. You're not going to get closer than that.
No one gets to see him. There has to be some way I can get to see him. I'm looking for new weapons.
Looking is for losers. Paying gets you the goods.
There must be some way to see the Don. Something he wants.
If it doesn't glitter, he doesn't give a toss. I wouldn't be surprised if one day he had his wife gold-plated.
Is there something he wants then? Something in gold he doesn't have?
We found a sword pommel. Beautiful bit of work. Supposed to belong to some garrison commander before he pissed off an ogre. You find the blade for that pommel, the Don'd kiss your hairy ass. Fuck it, I would too.
I'll find the blade the Don wants.
You want to look for it, be my guest. But you take one piece of that blade for yourself, one bit of glittering gold, I'll hear about it.
I wouldn't dream of it. Where can I find this sword blade the Don wants?
If you believe the stories, the ogre dragged the garrison commander off where those temple ruins are. If anyone has found anything there, they're bound to shoot their mouth off, particularly seeing as those bits of blade will be covered in gold. There's a pisshead called Lewis, reckoned he'd seen something, but he's a sack of shit.
So you want to restore the sword for the Don?
If I can get all the pieces. Can't do jack shit without all the pieces.
Have you got any sword blanks?
It's just what I got here. My stock of ore is empty. You bring me some iron ore, I can make you some blanks.
I want to trade some iron ore for some sword blanks.
Piece of piss. Tell me what you want.
How much iron ore do you want?
Say 8 lumps. If you just want a basic one-handed sword, 10 for a bastard, 12 for a two-handed.
Be from Hawkins. I need those crates moving.
I've just arrived here. I'm not from anyone.
Lazy, more like. Bet you never done a decent day's work in your life.
What crates?
The ones full of artifacts? What else are we moving? Damn Hawkins. His workers should have delivered them by now. I knew it was too much responsibility for the old coot.
And who is this Hawkins?
A pain in the backside. So-called leader of the workers. Couldn't lead a duck to water if you ask me.
So you're in charge of moving boxes, right?
They're not just any old boxes. They're full of artifacts from the excavation sites. They get dug up, they come to me, and then they go to the Don.
Oh, so you're not even moving boxes for yourself, then?
When you get an important role here, then you can make jokes. Until then, shut your bleeding mouth.
What's in these artifact crates?
Puppies. Artifacts, what do you think, genius? Everything that's dug up from the ruins gets crated up, but keep your mitts off them. If you're looking for gold, then do some work. You dig for the Don, then you'll get your share.
I'll think about it. Your mother, Tilda, is worried about you.
Oh, she's always worried. That woman makes my life a misery.
Okay. Clearly she's got nothing to be worried about. Let's talk sensibly. I could help you get your crates.
Think you can? All right. We'll get going and get them moving.
No sense in asking if you know the magic word.
What magic word? Here, you're not with that Inquisition lot, are you? Look, I'll have no magical nonsense around here.
Where are these crates you want moved?
At the excavation site, but they should be here. I swear, those workers are being slack just to wind me up.
Too risky. I challenge you to a fight in the arena.
You think 'cause I'm a guard, I'm soft? Your mistake. All right then, you bastard. Oh, yeah! 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 I'm sticking to guard duty from now on.
That makes me feel safe.
Bastard.
Too risky. What are you doing up here?
Hiding.
Doesn't anyone do anything in this camp?
But don't get me wrong, I'm a worker. Man of the earth, me. There's nothing fancy about moving soil round, but work is what I do best.
Tell me about your work.
About digging? Well, like I say, it may be dirty work, but someone's got to do it. You fancy trying? Just look for a sandy spot in one of the excavation sites, then you stick your shovel in the ground and dig. Who knows? You might even find something.
So, what are you hiding from?
Work.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, I'd like to be working, only I can't. You see all these huge insects turned up at the excavation site. I'm not going back to work while they're still there. I like my job, but I'm not going to die for it.
Which fighters are responsible for protecting the excavation site?
Just Ricardo, but I've not seen him there for a while. Don't think he cares much about us workers.
He'll care if the work doesn't get done, and he ends up doing it. What do you know about a sword? A golden one?
Well, I've heard stuff, and I thought I may have found a piece of it back at the excavation site.
Have you still got it?
I was about to dig it out when those insects came.
I wonder if it's still there. I'll take care of those insects.
You? Why not let the fighters do it? And that's what they're there for.
Do you see any here, though? I'll take care of it. I'll have a word with him.
Okay. But don't tell him I told you. He's almost as bad as those creatures.
Look out! Behind you! A rotworm!
What? Where? Has it gone? The sneaky beasts they are. I'll have to keep my eyes peeled.
Ricardo's made of rice paper and spit. You'll find tougher. Here, your winnings.
Have you come across a piece of a sword blade?
The one Oscar's trying to piece together. He wants to make a sword for the Don, I believe.
And?
And I might have a piece of it. Oscar tried to buy it from me, in fact. But he wasn't offering enough, so I thought I'd hang on to it.
Will you sell me your piece of the sword?
It'd have to be for, no less than 100 gold.
That's a deal.
What, really? Fine. Well, here it is.
I want to make a bet. I'll fight Lorenzo in the arena.
That'll be worth watching.
Aren't you supposed to be protecting the excavation site in the swamp?
I am.
The worker, Brannan. He says he's been waiting forever for you.
I don't care about workers.
I can see why they made you a guard. Hey,
Who are you? What do you want? I'm not going back. I won't. Tell them I won't.
easy, easy. I'm not here to cause trouble.
That's what you expect me to believe. But as soon as my back's turned, you will drag me there, bury me again. Bury me with them.
You said you don't want to go back. Back to where?
Hawkins didn't send you. He wants me to go back digging there. But how can I go back? They will take me again.
Who's Hawkins?
He's an idiot, a fool, sending people there with no protection, while he hides safe back in a camp in the north. You won't be safe forever. We have no protection, no way of stopping them.
If you're right, it sounds like we all need protection. Who is them?
Them, the ancients. They're everywhere, just listen. The screams, the whispering. I wish I couldn't hear it. I wish they weren't speaking to me.
Take a few deep breaths. Relax, okay?
Can't you see? It's all around us. The panic, people dying, the creatures. Can't you see that? They will rise from their graves to avenge themselves on the living. The ruins that have risen from the ground, who do you think made that happen? And they are but a herald. Soon they will show themselves. Then we will all be doomed.
Something is happening, but I've seen no evidence of spirits. What whispering? What are you talking about?
It's those temples, rising from the ground. The voices came from them. Who is it whispering? The ancients. All the things they find, the temples, they're from the ancients. And those idiots want me to dig them up, to desecrate their graves. The ancients have been disturbed. What do you think is causing these storms? And who knows how to fight them? Who knows what can stop them?
Aha. There, behind you. An enormous damn rotworm.
What? Where? Oh, man, you scared the life out of me. Don't ever do that again.
Wouldn't dream of it. You alone out here?
What?
Are you alone out here?
Yeah, don't yell, I'm deaf. You seen my full of beer glass thing goes smash if you drop it.
You're drunk.
So, I'd rather be dead drunk than dead, and we're all gonna die soon anyway. You wait. When the White Robe shows up, we'll all be as dead men.
White robes?
Yeah, the White Robes. White! From the
Inquisition?
Yeah. What do White Robes want in a swamp? Huh? They'll end up brown robes. Ha! Stinking swamp.
Yeah. And what can you tell me about the White Robes?
They're everywhere. Came from the sea, from the mainland, and now they're sweeping across the island, wrecking everything.
Have you ever met a White Robe?
You're insane? Huh? I'd run like a stabbed rat if I ever saw one.
I can believe it.
Where's that damn bottle? It's my bottle. Give it back, you stinking swamp.
Don't you think you've had enough?
Enough? Enough? Oh, I can't drink enough. Have you been to the Don's camp? I can tell you once you've spent a couple of days there. You'll start on the sauce too, believe me. If you'd been there, you'd be me.
Why? What's wrong with the camp?
Bunch of total arsehole bastards. Always screwing each other over. I don't trust a single one of them. the worst bastard is Brogar. A nasty piece of work. He's a bastard's bastard.
Tell me more about this Brogar.
The whole damn place is under his thumb. Officially. Officially.
Officially?
Officially, yeah. Officially, he's just the boss of the fighters. The Don's lieutenant. But he's more than that. Every man there's terrified of him. Even his shadow's scared of him. Because that Brogar, he wants to replace the Don, doesn't he? Yeah, he does.
Right. You seem to know a lot about Brogar.
More than you think, and not just about Brogar. You get me more beer, and then I'll really tell you something.
I get you more beer and I'll be lucky to understand you. I'll see what I can do. You mean a beer bottle?
That's why I said, you got bad hearing, you know that. The bottle was right. It was here. No, here somewhere.
Here, one beer for some information.
Hey, you got one. You're beautiful.
What else do you know about Brogar?
You ever talk to the bastard in the camp?
No.
He's a bastard. In the camp.
In the camp. Thanks.
That's right.
Here, you're a hunter. Or you were. Teach me something about it.
Now you're talking. When I got time, I'll do just that.
I'm looking for some pieces of a sword blade. Old, decorated with gold.
They're everywhere. Everyone's got one. Well, not Hawkins. Or Jan. Or Rachel. Or Craig has one. I've seen it. It's quite big. And that moron has one as well.
What moron?
Dorgan. He's got a piece, moron. Of course Brogar has one. You'd have to take him apart to get it. And me. I've got one too.
You have one. I'll give you a beer for the piece of sword blade.
No way! What do you think I am, an idiot? It's easily worth 2.
Here, 2 beers.
Beer! Beer! Here you go.
I don't have anything to ask at the moment. Can you teach me about hunt? Hey, who do those beers belong to?
What beers? They're mine. Hey, I can't see them. Where are they?
Hey, you don't look like the rest of the Don's men.
Me? I'm the one the rest of them treats like dirt. Day in, day out, me and my workers try our best. And they need us, the bosses. But do they realize that? I wish they'd come and see what it's like. See if they like being eaten by swamp worms.
Are you in charge of the workers here?
Yeah, I'm supposed to oversee the workers of the excavations. The morale is so low that the men don't care anymore.
Why is it so bad here?
We keep losing men to the worms. And there are even worse fates, too. I'd rather be anywhere else. But we have to collect anything made of gold and take it to Beppo. We didn't expect to have to fight the monsters here. We're not trained for it. And that bastard Brogar should be protecting us. But do his fighters ever come and help? Do they, hell? Too drunk, most of them.
So the excavations have stopped.
They won't be happy when they find out. The Don's supposed to be a fair man, but Brogar isn't, and he should be protecting us. If any of my men were good at fighting, they'd have gone long ago. They'd be living it up in the bars and brothels of Harbour Town.
If I'm going to take action, I'll need better armor.
I can give you workers' clothes, that's all. And you'd have to pay. After all, you're not a worker. Why should I clothe you?
We're all stuck on this island in this swamp together. We might as well help each other. I'll see if I can get your workers back to work.
You won't. If I can't, what chance does a stranger have?
I can talk to Brogar for you.
Don't. It'll only cause trouble. We've tried everything. Brogar's not going to listen to you.
What can you tell me about Brogar?
Nothing. I'm not telling you anything. I don't want trouble.
You've already got trouble.
Yeah, but I'm not dead. I'd rather take my chances with the worms than get Brogar angry.
Brogar can't be that bad.
Brogar is all bad. Ask the hunters. They'll tell you what he's capable of.
Well, I offered to help. Are any of your workers around?
They should all be at the excavation site. But that doesn't mean they will be. You'll recognize them. They'll be wearing workers' clothes, even if they've got no intention of working. Uncontrollable, most of them. That's what the swamp and being ignored does to you.
You really have given up, haven't you?
Well, you would in my position. It's hopeless. Hopeless.
Hopeless isn't a word I use. Maybe I can do something to help. How many excavation sites are there?
3. 1 east of the temple, and 2 right in the middle of the swamp. Look for the artifact crates. They mean you're in the right place.
Right. Too risky. I challenge you to fight in the arena.
No chance. Find someone else.
The world.
Don't bother me.
What reason do you have for staring at me?
Lorenzo won't fight me. He knows I beat him before and I'll do it again.
You could always try again. All it costs is a little pride and a little gold. Here, your money back.
I want to make a bet. I'm ready to face you in the arena.
There's gold on the table. How can I refuse? Let me know when you want this to start.
I want to fight you. Right now.
Well, that sounds serious. Meet me in the arena. The arena is the only place we'll fight. Got that? And if you leave the arena during the fight, you lose. May the worthiest fighter win. Now you die!
I want to make a bet. I'm ready to face Domingo in the arena.
Now there's a fight should bring in some wagers. Good luck.
Let's try a few rounds in the arena.
Are you that keen to get a kick in?
Not interested?
You're not worth my time.
You chicken, Domingo. You a big, fat, feathery piece of poultry.
I see your mouth moving, but all I hear is blah, blah, blah.
You're the best fighter here. Come on.
See these muscles? There's money in them.
Here, have a swig of this.
Ah, that's the good stuff right there.
So, how about the arena?
Go on then. A beer, someone to punch. Life doesn't get much better.
You're clearly a man of simple tastes.
Time for a little lesson.
That does not feel good.
Okay, so you ain't bad, I'll give you that. But your technique is all over the place.
I want to improve my fighting skills. I want to be stronger.
Keep it up.
Train me how to fight with an axe.
Right. To make a stronger attack, you have to put your whole weight into the blow. Then, if you break bones with the impact, the fight's as good as yours. But be careful. You need a lot of room for a blow like that. So make sure you aren't standing toe-to-toe with your opponent.
What if the blow gets parried?
Parried? You'll knock your opponent's weapon aside so hard he'll be lucky if he can hang on to it. And he'll be vulnerable, so seize the opportunity.
I'm afraid none of the fighters will come to help you.
Oh, yeah. I thought so. For fighters, they aren't very keen on fighting. Thanks for trying, though.
You can go back to work. The insects are gone.
Are they really gone?
Gone. Dead. Deceased.
Okay. You seem like the honest type. I'd best be getting back to work, then.
Hey, Dwight. You need to start shifting those crates over to Beppo.
And who are you to be telling me what to do?
I'm the guy telling you to move those crates.
You see, I could do that, or I could just stay here, and that sounds more relaxing.
Try relaxing when I've put my boot up your ass.
All right, don't burst a blood vessel, I'm moving.
Too risky. Brannon has returned to work.
I saw. Good. Good work.
I thought you'd be pleased.
I am. Oh, take this. You deserve payment.
Thought you might like to know Dwight's gone back to work.
He has? That's almost a miracle. But well done. Here, take these coins.
Your gratitude is boundless.
Not right now.
What do you want? I don't like you being in here.
Yeah, I should have thought of that. They're everywhere. The blade's to be sharp.
Hey.
Did I look like I wanted to talk to you?
Whoa there. Someone shoot your dog?
Stupid and mouthy don't wash well round here, especially not from workers.
Seems to be working for you.
You must be new round here. I'll tell you what, since you're new in this pond, little fish, I'll cut you a break. But after that, your bones will get the breaks. You hearing me? See, folks around here do what I say. Now enough questions. I'm hungry. Bring me a haunch of fried meat from Rachel, the cook up by the smithy. Bit snooty, but a looker. The Don's a lucky man. Of course, with him in that temple all the time, she might need a bit of company.
Here's some meat.
This didn't come from Rachel.
So?
So this smells like a rancid fucking badger. Are you trying to poison me? I said get it from her.
Waif and stray looking for pity? Or fortune hunter looking for gold? Looks like I've got another mouth to feed.
Are you the cook?
Amongst other things, you have to be adaptable in these times. One day you've a sword in your hand, the next, a ladle. And the cooking relaxes me, if you call stirring wild boar and bruggelweed cooking. Sorry, forgotten my manners. I'm Rachel. Here, Newmouth, take this meat. Freshly cooked.
Rogar wants a haunch of fried meat.
And he sent you to get it for him? Lazy devil. Well, I've already given you some meat, so you can sort Brogar out yourself.
I need to talk to the Don.
Join the queue. I'm thinking of joining it myself. You can talk to me. When Esteban's busy, and he's always busy, I'm in charge.
But can you get me in to see him?
No. Look, he needs time alone to think. I'm always having to turn people away, even his good friends. Why would I make an exception for a newcomer?
You mean apart from my rugged good looks?
Believe me, I've seen better. Unless you have something really important for the Don, you aren't going to get to see him. I don't like the situation. I'm his wife and I don't get to see him. But it's his wishes, and we have enough trouble around here without looking for more. Oh, you're back, are you? Well, what do you want this time?
I have a package for the Don from Scordo.
A package. Right. I wish I had a gold coin for every time I heard that old chestnut. Maybe it is important, but if it's not, we're both in trouble, and if I open it to check... I'm sorry, Newmouth, if you really want to get in to see Esteban, you're going to have to do a lot better than that.
How are things around here?
Perfect. I don't know why we didn't move out of the town into the swamp earlier. The Inquisition are sucking the life out of the town, but this swamp is sucking the life out of us. We used to be close, all of us. Everyone made their share, worked for their share. Now it's falling apart. And with Esteban in that damn temple, I'm the one trying to hold it together.
Can I help?
And why would you want to do that? What do you want, Newmouth? Lazy cutthroats, idle thieves, and mosquitoes. Why do you want in on this?
Why do you think things are falling apart here?
It's those ruins. They've got everyone's mind on treasure. Even my Esteban. The whole place is being dug up. although I'm certain that not everything that's being found is being delivered to the camp. Esteban makes sure that all the workers get a share of the gold. He's very fair like that. But someone is looking to line their own pockets.
You think the Don is losing control?
He's a complicated man. The Inquisition's takeover of Harbor Town shook him up badly. All we've got is this place, and it's fragile, especially at the moment. I really don't need someone stirring up trouble.
You sound like you need help. What if I help out?
You do that. But, well, if you really want to stick your hand in this beehive, you're welcome to. We can certainly use the help. Everything seems to have ground to a halt. Go to the camp lieutenants and see what sort of problems they're having. That should help you get a picture of what's happening here. Maybe we can root out the source of this rot before it reaches Esteban.
About your camp. I was told you're short of food. You need more meat?
Finally, someone who wants to do some work. Yes, I need 10 haunches of raw meat. You bring me the meat, and I'll put a little gold your way.
I never say no to gold. Here, 10 haunches of meat, as requested.
Thanks. These are pretty good cuts. Looks like you've got a skill for hunting. Here's your gold.
Hunting doesn't pay that well, then.
Take it or leave it. That's what you're getting, and it's enough to fill your stomach or get you drunk. Your choice.
So who are the lieutenants here?
If you can't find that out yourself, how are you going to help me? Just go and talk to everyone. You'll find them. You'll soon see who's in charge and who thinks they are.
Who do you think it is lining their own pockets? And what would happen to them if you knew who it was?
He'd be dead. Esteban's not a forgiving man.
So it seems. By the way, the fighters are holding show fights in the arena.
Well, they need something to work out their aggression. Leave them to knock each other's brains out. It stops them bothering us.
Craig is running a betting ring.
He knows Esteban doesn't like that kind of thing. It just ends up with the men arguing. This could be the spark that sets everything off. Go and tell Craig I said to stop it if he knows what's good for him.
Lewis claims Brogar wants to replace the Don.
Brogar's always been trouble, but since we've been in this swamp, Esteban's absence has really lowered morale. It gets tongues wagging and hands lazy. I wish he could see that. Talk to the men. This could be just the thing to get Esteban going again. Show him how bad things have got. But I'm going to need more proof than the word of a drunken hunter.
Too risky. Craig has a piece of the sword blade the Don wants.
So he says. But that bastard won't part with it cheap if he has got it.
You knew he had a piece of the blade.
Nothing happens in this camp without someone mouthing about it. You didn't pay him, did you?
Does that matter?
Well, they say a fuckwit and his money as soon as parted.
Too risky. Here, a haunch of fried meat.
Good. You wouldn't want to see me when I ain't been fed.
Got any proper work for me?
Are you actually good for something, little fish?
Easy to be cocky with that weapon and fancy armor of yours.
Nah, it's all the bodies I buried that make me cocky. 2 of my boys are supposed to be guarding the eastern swamp farm. But Clay's been lazing around the campfire. Go and see him. Make sure he takes over from Phil before Phil rots up there. Simple. I'm not losing another man to this fucking swamp.
Get Clay to take over from Phil. Sounds simple enough.
The farm's over to the east. As it's a simple job, I'll assume you'll get it done.
Do you boys do anything other than stand about all day?
They're guarding. What do you expect? When it comes to standing around all day, these guys are the best. Trained killers, though, the lot of them. And if those creatures from the temples march in here, you'll be damn glad of them. So, show a little respect.
The fighters answer to you, right?
Yeah. Most of them owe their lives to me. One way or another. They know not to mess with a big fish.
So you know where they are at all times?
Course. Well, usually. One of them has gone missing. Dorgan was on an errand for me, down in the swamps. The pillock's probably got himself lost. Or eaten. Or he's chasing wenches again. Never could keep his mind on the task in hand.
You seem to be a man who hears a thing or two. Have you heard anything about a broken sword blade?
What good is a sword in pieces to anyone? Worthless junk. Only one who'd be interested in that is that blacksmith. And you, apparently. What's that about, then?
Do you know where the pieces of the sword blade are?
I know where one piece is. I've got it. Question is, what will you do to get it?
I'll look for him.
When I get my hands on him, he's gonna be emptying piss pots for the next month.
What? Shouldn't you be standing guard by the swamp farm?
Piss off.
I don't care what you think of Brogar, but you see, now I am telling you to get out on guard duty.
You are.
That's right.
There's a reason Brogar didn't come himself. Now I'll show you.
All right then, you bastard.
Do your best. That's it. Strike. Impressive.
Stop it!
Impressive. Strike. Strike. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Impressive.
That's going to get you in trouble.
Are you gonna stand guard now? Or are we gonna fall out?
I'm going.
Clay's taken over from Phil on guard duty.
Good. Pair of useless arseholes.
Did you know Ricardo isn't at his post? At the swamp excavation site?
You telling tales now?
Just being helpful.
Well, unless you've got orders from me, stay out of my business.
Hawkins says you're meant to be protecting his workers.
Hawkins says, does he?
You promised Hawkins if he paid, you'd protect him.
You worried about him. You protect him.
Right. You're a real man of honor. Brogar, I challenge you to fight me in the arena.
You ain't worth the walk.
I fought and defeated all your fighters. Will you face me now, or are you a coward?
Show a little respect, little fish. I'll fight you. Maybe that way I can teach you some respect. Hope you're ready for this. Not bad. I'm impressed. Stay in my good books and I can make something of a scrapper like you.
I think I can make something of myself.
You get too cocky with people, it'll be a grave you're making for yourself.
Hey, I took the liberty of lifting that piece of the sword blade from you.
You thieving bastard. Rob a man when he's down, would you?
You'd have done the same to me, Brogar. The men in the camp say you've never won a fair fight.
What's the point of a fair fight? You stick by the rules, you get beaten, or dead, or you become a white robe. I'd rather be dead than that.
I'm sure lots of people would prefer you dead than in a white robe.
You know what I think? I think sarcasm is gonna get you killed.
Too risky.
You see why people don't stand up to Brogar?
A few bruises won't stop me.
You're lucky it wasn't stab wounds.
His armor and those fighters make him feel tougher than he is.
For you, maybe. For me, that's why I don't tangle with him.
Brogar is a big fish in a small pond.
And those are giant words. So big, I don't think you know what you're saying.
I know some people wouldn't have a problem if he disappeared.
I won't be responsible for what Brogar would do to you.
Let me worry about that.
You should worry. But you're serious, aren't you?
I need some better armor.
You won't find it out here. There's only workers' clothes here.
Well, what about your armor? Where did that come from?
Armor for the hunters and fighters comes from the Don. But you won't get close to that if you're not accepted as one of us.
Right, so I've got to join the Don's gang first. What would I have to do to deal with him?
If you work for him, do what he tells you, and listen to everything he says. He'll let things slip. But you do know what you're proposing is dangerous.
About Brogar. I heard that Brogar was supposed to take care of the workers.
Brogar takes care of himself. That's nothing new and won't help you much at the moment.
I defeated Brogar in the arena.
I did hear that. That must have been some battle. Now keep the pressure on him. You're getting close to nailing the bugger.
How does Rachel feel about him?
She's soft. Brogar bullies her. And she's like that even though the Don's behind her.
Word has it that Brogar wants to replace the Don.
That much is obvious. There isn't a man in the place who hasn't worked that out. But it's not something anyone says out loud. Words can get you killed.
All right. Where can I get workers' clothing?
Hawkins is your man. He's one of the Don's lieutenants. He's in charge of the workers.
I could help you.
Helpful sort, aren't you? You better not have landed me in it with Brogar. But then one's trouble is another's ease. Rachel needs this meat, so she'll be happy. Take note, sometimes it's better to take sides than end up in the middle.
About your hunting. What can you tell me about your hunters?
Well, there's Lewis. Haven't seen him for days. I expect he's under a rock in the swamp. Not even the swamp flies bother him when he's had a skinful. Doug should also be in the swamp. He should be hunting. But I haven't seen him for days either. And of course you know what delightful tasks I have to do.
Both your hunters are back out doing their job.
Are they? You work fast.
Your team's not the best I've seen.
You take what you find. They're what I found. As for your training, maybe I can help.
About your hunting. Lewis isn't going to stop drinking anytime soon.
I know. But when he's sober, or even when he's half cut, he's a damn good hunter.
I met a hunter called Jan. You haven't mentioned him.
He got himself posted as a guard on the road to Harbour Town. We never see him back here these days. That's another hunter less feeding the camp.
Doug has been successful. He's given me some meat for the camp.
We needed that. You better take it to Rachel if you haven't given it to her already.
Can you teach me about hunting? Too risky.
You see him? So why we all
Nobody knows. Nobody says, but everyone has an opinion. Domingo'll have learned to respect you. Your win took him by surprise. And me. Here, your winnings. I don't like paying out. But you did what you bet you'd do.
I want to make a bet. So, anyone else for me to fight?
Nah, no one springs to mind. Surely you've got other things to get on with. People like you usually have.
Does Brogar ever fight in the arena?
You looking to lose bits of yourself? Just asking would be risking your skin. Forget it. That's my advice.
Why?
He's not one to mess with. Arena fighting's a game. Brogar doesn't play games.
Neither do I. Nobody will face me in the arena.
That's one of the biggest compliments they can pay you. Beating Brogar. That's a big thing in camp. A very big thing indeed. You'll go a long way. Mark my words.
I want to improve my fighting skills. Teach me sword fighting.
Right. I'm gonna tell you how to counter parry. If you're taking flurries of blows, you need to knock your opponent's weapon aside. Do this. He's unprotected, so you must attack. It's not easy to do. You need a feel for the right moment to parry and attack. Practice it and it will help you. But remember, it only works if you're being attacked. And if your opponent tries to parry, you won't get a chance to do it.
This is what I need.
Great.
Here's some more ore. This could be useful. Here's some more ore. This is what I need. Looks good. This smells good. Looks good.
Great.
who could teach me to pick locks?
Great.
Here's some more ore.
I'm too tired to talk.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't sleep anyway.
I now have all the pieces of the sword blade.
I was right. It is a beautiful piece of work. Good job it has me to return some life to it, eh? And you still standing there staring at me? Supposes I owe you some sort of reward? Come back when I've finished the sword. I'll show you what a true craftsman can make. Here, from the ashes comes the phoenix, eh? Fucking beautiful, innit?
It's beautiful.
Isn't it? Give it back to me now. You don't want to scratch that.
Thanks. It has a good balance. Here you go.
Yeah. The Don is gonna be one happy man when he claps his peepers on this.
I want to learn metalworking from you.
Maybe it would help to have someone around. But you give me even 2 halfpennies of shit, and you're out.
You're the smith. I want to learn metalworking from you. Teach me how to pick locks.
Many locks have a bolt that you have to push down in order to be able to open the lock. Then you can poke in all directions with your lockpick until the lock is open. But be careful. If you push in the wrong direction, the lockpick may break.
Can you show me how to pick difficult locks?
The principle is the same. Push down the bolt and then try to crack the lock with the lockpick. Of course, these locks are a lot more complicated. Locks like that are expensive, so they often guard valuable things.
Can you teach me how to forge metal?
Listen up and no pissing around. You want to make a sword, you need a blank. First, you heat the blank, keeping the heating even. When it glows, then it's hot enough for you to beat into shape on the anvil. Then cool the blade in order to temper it. You use this whetstone to sharpen it. Any questions or smart-ass remarks?
No, that's making sense. Thank you.
Right. Of course, metalwork's not about swords. Get yourself a goldsmith's table and you can make jewellery. I can see what you're thinking, smart-ass. But try fucking around with someone that's got a magical amulet and see if you're still smirking. Magical pieces draw their power from the stone you set in them.
I want to forge a bastard sword.
You already know how to forge a sword, but for your larger kit, you have to change your technique. A large blade cools off faster, so you have to work faster and more precisely. Grab the hammer higher up, then you don't need as much power and you can work faster. That precision will also help you with goldsmithing. You can create finer and richer pieces of jewellery that way.
If I wanted the sword, what would it cost me?
What would you want with this? It's for the Don. Now I get you. You want to use this as your way to see him.
How much?
You couldn't afford this.
How much?
All right, 200. There's a lot of effort went into that.
200 gold coins. All right, give me the sword.
Who did you steal that pile from? All right, here's the sword. But you make sure you tell the Don who made it, all right?
Hello? Hello?
By the way, Brogar is forcing Sam to work for him instead of hunting. He's sawing wood for Brogar's fire. That's why you've not been getting the meat you need.
Damn Brogar. I thought he was trying to undermine Esteban. He'd be nothing without the Don, and now I need that meat.
What do you want to do about it?
Me? You do what you can. There'll be a full-on rebellion if stomachs go empty. If you want to help out, get me meat and get Sam back out hunting.
Dorgan, one of Brogar's people, had this list on him.
Can I see it, please? Seems Dorgan was helping Brogar to pocket Esteban's gold. Where is he now?
Dead. I found him in a cave near the swamp.
This list will help. We'll need more evidence, though, if we're to persuade Esteban Brogar is working for his own interests.
Brogar is refusing to help the workers. They're being attacked by the creatures in the swamp.
That sounds like him. Wouldn't want to risk his precious fighters to protect the workers. This is all grist to the mill. Keep an eye on him. There's bound to be more.
More? It doesn't look like anyone is doing their job in this camp. I heard the Don was interested in a sword. A golden sword. Well, I've got it.
Are you serious? So you actually found all the pieces? That's amazing. You can't even tell it was broken. Oscar certainly knows his metals.
Surely this is enough to get me an audience with the Don.
Are you kidding? He'll probably divorce me and marry you.
I'm guessing that means I can go in.
Stop where you are. You ain't going another step closer to the Don.
Guarding. Guess that's a really important job.
Most important in the camp. I make sure people don't just stroll in to see the Don. He's very against strolling in. And I'm not pissing Rachel off or I won't get any grub. So, move along.
Rachel says I can talk to the Don.
Really? And I'm just supposed to believe you, eh?
Shall I bring her here? I'm sure she'd be delighted to know her orders aren't being followed.
Yeah, all right. I get the picture. Go in, but don't annoy him, or Rachel will be serving up both our guts for lunch.
Gold and water, the secret treasures of the desert. Boom Bangabang, the worst failures in alchemy. Not right now.
Do not touch what is not yours.
That's a lot of gold you have there.
It is from the ruins. The Don's men gather it like bees. I am the bee's sting.
How did an ogre wind up guarding gold for an outlaw?
Don Esteban saved my life. Now I owe him that life. I, Caracos, work for Don Esteban and for my honor.
The Don must trust you to leave you with all his gold.
Don Esteban says, there is no one better than Caracos. Honor is what matters to me. Gold does not bring honor, only greed.
Looks like the Don couldn't have found a better guard.
Some people have tested Caracos. None have passed.
I can believe that.
The disloyal find death. The loyal I train to defend Don Esteban.
You train the men here?
Don Esteban needs strong arms and sharp axes.
I want to improve my fighting skills.
Get out! I said get out!
Unless the Don sent you with business, I don't have time for you.
You might want to talk to the Don before you speak to me.
What do you want?
What's behind that door?
No one's allowed into the Don's chamber. Don't even think about it. You'll regret it if you hang around here.
Right.
Sneaking around, are you?
Is it your habit to walk into places unannounced? Who are you?
A castaway. I've come to offer you my services.
A castaway? I need true men. Lucky men. You saw your ship wrecked beneath you. Do you see that as luck?
When all but one other died and I lived, I call that luck.
Well, I suppose we're all castaways on this island. Castaway by life, now castaway by those stones. I'll give you a chance, castaway. Prove your luck to me.
I have brought you the sword you were searching for.
This is Oscar's work. I can see that right away. We both sought this sword since we heard of it. Now here it is in my hands. Here. You deserve a little gold for bringing this to me. Pride gets eaten alive in this damn swamp. It gets swallowed by anger, poisoned by idleness. Sometimes I think Fincher is the only man-jack of them left with any self-worth. And Fincher told me that you have pride. But do you have substance? I am in need of pride. So I shall give you a chance to prove yourself, castaway.
I'd like to know more about what's happening here. Why are you and your men in this swamp?
The Inquisitor has his claws stuck deep into the flesh of this island. A firm grip on the harbor town and the monastery. Well, that's what he thinks. That's what others see. The Inquisition's numbers growing. Men dragged into his service. What I see is a man making enemies. A man wasting his strength against the creatures in the ruins. So we wait here, the spider in the corner of the web, and we bide our time.
What is the Inquisitor looking for in the temple ruins?
White robes take everything they discover to the monastery. And there the mages are working to unlock some secret. This much I do know. So far, they've avoided this temple. But for how much longer?
Do the White Robes attack you and your men?
Right now, they're avoiding open war. But if they don't find what they're searching for elsewhere, I'm sure we can expect their eyes to turn to us.
What was it like before the Inquisitor was here?
Corrupt as any land ruled from the mainland. Governor after governor bleeding the people, courting favor. When their men, the garrison, were withdrawn to the mainland, we were ready. I took control. In the name of the people. The brothels were clean, the prices fair. Men had dignity, pride, and the earth shook. The temple ruins rose, and the Inquisition and all their ways came after them. Why here? Of all the places they could have gone, why did they come here? The Inquisitor is hiding something from us, but I shall find his secret. And in the meantime, I shall strip as much as I can from those ruins. With gold. With gold, you can fight power.
What do you plan to do?
I want my town back. It is our town. It belongs to the people of this island, not the mainland. For that reason, I left some of my men there when we withdrew, gathering intelligence, frustrating the plans of the Inquisition. They were supposed to be sending me information, but I've heard little recently. These aren't times when plans run smoothly.
How can I help you?
Find out what is happening in Harbour Town. Find my men. I have no idea if my men are alive, imprisoned, dead, or worse, if they have defected. Go there. Discover the truth for me.
Scordo has Harbour Town ready for revolt. He's just waiting for a sign from you.
Ah, I knew it. That is good. That is very good. Did Scordo say anything else? Give you anything else?
Is it true that you do business with Romanov?
What is wrong with that? Pirates act for themselves and for good. The Inquisitor acts for his faith. Me, for my people. We all have our own beliefs. We all act in our own interest.
Yes. Scordo gave me this package for you.
Ah, you see? Even an old bear in a cave can grow fat. Scordo must trust you if he gave you this package, and you delivered it. You have proven yourself, proven it was right to trust you. As of today, you are one of us, and can call yourself a hunter. You have earned our respect. You have earned your pride.
I only hope to prove myself further. Don Esteban, do you have any tasks for me?
Well, if it isn't our castaway. At least one man here is scrupulous about his tasks. Many of my men are too busy worrying about the Inquisitor and lining their own pockets.
Maybe we need to give them something else to think about.
They are my sword. My sword is dull and the Inquisitor attacks.
He hasn't attacked so far.
Which doesn't mean he won't. Fear has haunted us for months. A man's spirit won't remain true for long in that climate.
What could the Inquisitor be planning?
Oh, that is a good question. And I think you should find me the answer.
Why me? How am I supposed to discover what he's planning?
As my envoy, I want you to go and negotiate with him.
What should I tell the Inquisitor?
That I have something he wants and that he has something I want. Use that to draw him into conversation. Let him reveal his desire to you. But do not just seek information. We need a truce with him until our strength grows or his shrinks. So tell him I will give him what he wants. That we mean him no harm.
What does the Inquisitor want?
That's what I want you to find out. By offering it to him, I hope to discover what it is he is seeking. Apparently, he doesn't want gold. He has enough of that, so persuade him to say what peace is worth to him. Maybe that way we will find out what it is he seeks, and what it is that he is planning.
How do I get past the Inquisition to speak to him?
Simply tell them that I sent you to negotiate with the Inquisitor. If they aren't afraid of me, they are of him.
I'll open negotiations for you.
Be careful what you say. Remember, you are going to gather information for me, not to deliver it to them.
If I'm to serve, I'll need better armor.
If that is all, that I can provide. Pay your share of gold to our war chest, and I shall arrange your armor. You've been given the price.
So, the Don's giving you a chance.
Yes.
Lucky you.
Lucky me.
I know what it looks like, him skulking in that temple. Let me give you some advice. Don't underestimate him. He's just waiting for the right time. This island is the Don's, and he's going to take it back.
What do you do for the Don?
I take care of things for him. Keep an eye on people. Right now, that mostly means the Inquisition, these white robes. These excavation sites are on our island. What right have the Inquisition to take everything? If you're not going to let them take you, you best get yourself some training.
Are you expecting the Inquisition to attack you?
They're building up their forces, pushing closer every day. It's only a matter of time before they try and overrun us.
Too risky. I want to improve my fighting
Stay safe.
Please. What can I do for you? Perhaps some healing? Word has it you have chosen the path of the hunter. Well, I wish you all the best on the difficult path that lies before you.
What can you offer for healing?
I have potions to ease your wounds. I'm well versed in the art of alchemy and prepare all potions myself.
Could you teach me something about alchemy?
That depends. Are you ready to learn? Is your mind open to the knowledge? Am I ready to teach you? Yes, I think I am. But there are dangers. This is not a discipline to be taken lightly. I shall guide you, but you must beware.
Do you have things to sell?
Job well done. Do you have things to sell? You're a mage, and you serve the Don.
Someone has to take care of the boys here. It falls to me to do so. It's an honor, and it allows me to do what I need to. The boys here are a little exuberant, but we have an arrangement. I heal them, and they leave me to carry out my studies in peace.
You study?
Certainly. There is much to discover here. Like, for example, the magic barrier in the lower vaults.
Surely not much can go wrong with mixing potions.
Normally, no. But the ingredients we use here are strange. We are far from the mainland, and the materials we are finding in these temples have unknown properties. My last experiment was almost literally my last, if you understand. So be warned.
Tell me more about your studies.
I am fascinated by those that built this temple, unraveling their ancient, dangerous secrets. This stone, for example. Obsidian, these ancients called it. Hugely resilient. It served them as a raw material for their weapons and armor. Weapons made of this would be very damaging.
So, if someone could find any weapons they had left behind, What can you tell me about the monastery?
It was a place of reflection and study, a place of meditation. Now, though, it is little more than a brutal training ground for the Inquisitor. Where once silence and thought reigned, now there is the sound of quarterstaffs clashing as the Order's warriors practice. But there are those there who remain studious, who keep the Order's knowledge.
Is there anyone there who will share this knowledge?
You could try Master Illuma. He teaches scroll making. Simple magic it may be, but it would be a good idea not to underestimate the power of scrolls.
Thank you. I will talk to him if I see him.
I would. You won't regret it.
What magic barrier?
They were clever, the builders of this place. They did not rely on just iron and stone to keep people out. They knew the power of magic, too. If you ever venture deeper into the temple, you'll find that out. And this isn't the only place on the island they protected with magic.
Do you have things to sell? If I'm to serve, I'll need better armor. I need armor fit for a hunter.
We look after our own. Take it.
I take it, but is it freely offered?
A hunter's best defense is to know his prey. Plan well, and you will never need to test your armor's strength.